have the person prone because it puts the whole. One way to do it would be to use a soft fist, even a forearm, or a hand.
So if I just remember
This wrist.
Yeah.
Right. Especially this part.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thanks for the reminder.
Mm-hmm. It's actually both, but since you're on this one, yeah.
You can stop though. Okay, so I'm just going to support her and have her do it actively since her wrist dislocates easily. And I'm going to use my whole forearm to grab her whole forearm. And I'm engaging the tissue and pulling it this way. You can see how quickly at MFR releases. It's already hyperemic. So I'm putting my pressure proximally, engaging the tissue, and I've got it pinned. And go ahead and extend your wrist and relax. Okay, and reposition. Go ahead and make a fist and extend. Go easy and back off if it hurts your wrist and relax. Does that feel okay on your wrist? And I'm reassessing. I was doing it quickly with my elbow, but I'll back off to show you that I was actually reassessing what parts of it were soft and what parts of it were still tight. And then I'm going to engage with the tight parts. One thing you can do to make this feel even stronger is have them start flexed and make a fist. Then grab the tissue. Okay, go ahead and extend. Making a fist intensifies it, and starting flexed intensifies it, and relax. And soothe it and assess it. There's a little bit right here left. And again, I could also use my soft fist. I could also use my hand or knuckles. But sometimes it's nice to use a forearm because you can get a whole big area at once. Okay, make a fist and flex. And extend. And relax. Okay, let's show the other variations of the forearm. You can stop that. Before, but with flexion, you can grab with your hand, you can grab with a fist, you can grab with a, if you're doing something deeper, you can use a pincer grasp, straight supported thumb, you can use a whole forearm, and you can make sure they have room to move. So you can, if you want, you can create enough support with yourself, or like this, or just let them hang. You want to be careful not to hyperextend the elbow. So however you're supporting and pressing, you don't want to have their elbow going too far back. Similar to the other position, it feels more intense if they actually start extended and then flex. But I'm going to quickly assess, see what's tight. Usually on your pin and stretches, your first ones are usually more broad and more superficial. Some good tight massage therapist arms. So I'm going to make the first one a more superficial grab, and I can support, or sometimes if you want to, use two hands. You can even have this happen in the air. A lot of different angles you can get the arm at. I feel like I was engaging the tissue better for her down here. For some people, it'll be better with the arm up. I get a big part. Similar to MFR, there's always shapes of restrictions, and you want to grab, you want to feel the shape of the restriction and grab the whole thing instead of just like randomly plop and press. Like press cookies. I'm going to feel the shape. I feel, you can probably see by what tissue I'm lifting. There's stuff going on here, and I'm going to get all around it, and I'm going to take it that way while she lengthens it the other way. I'm going to take it towards the shoulder while she's going to stretch it in the opposite direction. So go ahead and extend your wrist as far as you can and make a fist. And go ahead and flex your wrist. And the intensity. And then relax. And you want to reassess. Oh, this wasn't there before. Sorry, Michelle. There's something intense in there. It's jumpy.
Why do you like it?
What's that?
I don't like that feeling. And you're just
This feeling
Yes.
right there, that one was grabbing all the way around, having them make a fist and make circles. There's a couple tricks to this. You want to actually, instead of randomly grabbing around in a circle, you want to actually feel every part of your hand that's grabbing, so that you're actually squeezing tighter in the tight spots. And where it's softer, you don't need to squeeze as tightly. So you're basically focusing on the pattern all the way around. And of course you want to be close enough to the elbow that you're in the muscle bellies, not way over at the musculotendinous junctions or tendons. Go ahead and make a fist and flex it. Flex your wrist as far as you can. Now keep that fist and twist your hand around in as wide of a circle as you can. That's good. That's a nice speed. And I'm going to squeeze tighter as the tight muscles come up, so if anything's too intense, let me know. So as she goes around, different muscles are going to pop up, and I'm squeezing those. How's the intensity?
7. Ooh, that's a good one.
And when we hit those tight ones next time, let's stop at them.
There's one.
Okay, so go back and forth through it. If it was a clock and it was at 3 o'clock, go between 1 and 5 and 1 and 5 nice and slowly. And breathe. And back up through it again. And the intensity?
It's definitely lessened. There we go.
And then you can reassess. One nice thing about that one is it gets a lot done in one fell swoop. It gets all the way around the forearm. But you can reassess, see what patterns are left. And you can repeat the same thing up slightly higher, or you can move to a more specific technique. You can get a ton of work done quickly with the forearms this way. This is actually way better. There's something right there. Another thing you can do for good support of the forearm is, if your client's comfortable with it, you can put your leg under there, and then you can use both hands easier. Is it okay if I put your arm on my leg? So now it's kind of like having a table behind it, and you can use both hands together. So we'll do just one more. Go ahead and extend your wrist. And flex. Intensity.
That's an awesome one.
And
All the
hold
way
it.
down here.
And hold it as long as it's awesome. And breathe. And then release. And then flush it out. It's a lot of pressure. Yeah. Well, you want to have straight thumbs so that you can lean into it. You can even put them on top of each other. What you don't want to use is a lot of pincer grasp, because you're going to use a lot of strength on this, and that is really hard. So you want to find a position, whether it's supported hands and whatever tool, where you can sink in and not have to do as much squeezing if it's a really deep one. And I can support one on top of the other. Believe it or not, I mean, it may seem like too much, but if she's warmed up enough, I could actually even use a forearm or an elbow. But sometimes forearm muscles bruise easily, so you'll just want to be careful that things are actually warmed up enough the way that you're working them out here that you don't bruise them as you're releasing it. You can throw an ice pack on it later. Questions on this one?